Yo, yo, what's up? What's up, my boys? It's your boy, it's your boy, MTP, MTP, ASMR. It's MTP ASMR back with another positive video, guys. Guys, you already know what today is. If you don't, you're about to know. Today is another day, another dollar, another opportunity for us to be great, for us to reach our goals, do what we want to do, and just to be the best versions of ourselves, guys. That's what we strive for on this channel, is to motivate each other and just to be great. Guys, I shaved my beard and mustache. I really can't trim it as best as I wanted to, but, you know, we did alright. Anyways, guys, today is another day, another dollar, another opportunity for us to be great, for us to reach our goals, do what we want to do, be the best version of ourselves. I said that already. Anyways, guys, today is another, guess what? It's another One Piece chapter review, guys. I know you guys don't really rock with it because maybe I'm a little late when it comes out to taking them out, or I don't know. I'm gonna post this video tomorrow just to see how like the views turn out, cause like literally the One Piece videos are like my worst viewing videos, but I still love doing them, so I'm gonna keep doing them even if they get no views. I don't give a f. Anyways, guys, let's do it. We're here with a new One Piece chapter review. This is One Piece chapter 1141, titled Older Women. And we have a cover story. It's Only Child Yamato and the Holy Emperor Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 27. Can't hold back the tears of frustration. And it's from last time. It's what was her name? It's Who's Who. He was throwing knives at I forget her name. The girl with the horns and the thing covering her face. She was partly Obi-Ro-Bo or some shit. And right now the cover is her brother. I think his name is Paige. He's being like attacked by him. He's like standing over him with a sword above him, and she's crying because she's frustrated. I'll show you guys the cover right now. Yeah, so a lot is happening in the cover stories. Hopefully the next one is gonna be Yamato busting in and saving them and taking down Who's Who. There's gotta be a big fight between her and Who's Who, so we gotta figure it out. And apparently they're fighting because like they were working together with Kaido. They were part of Toby Robo, her, Paige, and Who's Who. But looks like Who's Who is like taking over like as a boss or something. So now they're not getting along. So I've been liking the cover stories recently. It's been real interesting seeing Yamato going around trying to solve all these issues that she's got going on. Anyways, we go back to Loki, to Luffy trying to free Loki. It starts off they're done ransacking Otis Castle. Nami says, "What a waste! We've been trekking through this massive castle all day, and we don't even have a single giant diamond, pearl, or piece of gold to show for it." Nami's frustrated because they didn't find any treasure, and you know Nami is she loves treasure, she loves money, treasure, all that. Road says, Nami Tetsu, you really shouldn't say such things that loud. She says, it's not like I care about this Loki monster, you know. And then he says, Loki, giant diamond. Oh, it's nothing worry. Oh. Okay. Okay. It's those giants that were guarding that was guarding the throne room or whatever, that Shamrock knocked out. They got them on this boat. Now they're on this boat floating to I'm guessing a different village or down to the like a recovery. She says one of the giants, they're like all knocked out, but he says Loki, giant diamond. And then the road says, oh, Tetsu, can you maybe tone it down a bit? Oh no, he's talking to her, like whispering to her. She says, where's all the treasure? He's like whispering to her. He says, Nami, Tetsu, like, calm down, shut up. We're not trying to let them know. Now back to where Frankie is. Treasure Tree Tour Group. Frankie says, ain't surprising, but there's a hell of a lot to take in here. It's incredible. He's talking about the scenery, all the trees, the big ass tree. And then you got, what's her name? Colin's mom. Oh my god, I think it's not Gerd. That's not Gerd. What the fuck was her? I forget her name, but whatever. She says, to summarize, we basically live on the trees enormous branches. She shows a diagram. You see the giant tree, and then off to the sides are branches sticking out of the tree, and it says the homes. So they build their houses on the branches of the big Adam tree. Yeah. She says each one has a long and rich history of its own. Wow. In that one, you see a big branch like gone from the tree. He says that branch was there. She says that branch was where Hungin village used to be. Lightning struck it one day and it went up in flames. It had gotten too dry and old, so there was no way to put it out. The entire branch was severed from the tree to ensure the fire wouldn't spread to any of the other villages. So if there's a fire or something like that can burn the tree down, they cut it off so it doesn't burn the whole tree down. So apparently a village caught fire and they severed the branch so it doesn't spread throughout the tree. Okay, and then we go back to Frankie. Frankie says, I see. Bet that was a tough call. I guess even Adam trees aren't immune to time. And then I forget her fucking name. It's called Colin's mom. She says that's Elbaf's biggest weakness: fire and lightning. So it is fire and lightning. That's their biggest weakness, because if the tree catches on fire, the whole damn tree catches on fire. Okay, now we're going back to the Western Village feast. We go to Usopp. Usopp says, where did you sneak off to, Nami? So Nami's back. So Nami brought the giants back to get looked after. They're at the tavern. And it looked like Usopp is drunk. He has bubbles coming out of his mouth and his nose is red. That's funny. Yeah, so he's drunk. Nami says, I haven't seen... Luffy. Usopp says, I haven't seen Luffy or Zoro anywhere either. Nami says, they're probably just exploring. That's right. Good thinking. And you see, he's literally drunk. It's funny. I haven't seen Usopp drunk. I don't think I've ever seen Usopp drunk. Usopp, he says, woo, Jarul. He's talking to the leader of the Elbafs. He says, woo, Jarul, you've got to meet our genius navigator. Jarul says, oh, isn't she a beauty? Usopp says, you pervy old man, is she your type? He says, bruh, she, my type, huh? Honestly. He says, I'm into older women. That's why the title's called Older Women. I was like, why is it called Older Women? He said, I'm into older women. You still see the big ass sword sticking out of his head. Usopp. Oh shit. Usopp drunk ass. He said, You're the oldest guy in the world. There's no way you'll find a woman like that. Youch. Elder Jarul. Cause Usopp slaps the sword that's in his head, and Jiraiya's like he's in pain. He says, "Youch," because it hurts. Obviously, he has a fucking sword in his head. Usopp's drunk ass slaps his sword. It's like, you old You old fuck. Nigga, you're the oldest motherfucker here. Hachurin. Hachurin grabs Usopp. He says, Usopp, keep your mitts off the elder's sword. He says, shut up, Dory. Which Dory wasn't even talking. Dory's like off to the side. He says, shut up, Dory. Hey, anyone want to try pulling out Excalibur? He says, hey, anybody want to try pulling out Excalibur? Dory says, don't, the blood loss will kill him. And then you see Brook. I think Brook is drunk too, because you see the same like bubble coming from his mouth, and his head isn't where his head should be. It's where his crotch is. He says, oh my, he's so drunk. Nami says, look who's talking. And definitely he's drunk too. You see the bubbles coming out of his mouth, and his like I said, his head is not where his head should be. And he's dancing and singing. You see Usopp, his tongue is out, he's having a good time. Nami says, I guess it can't be help though. This was his dream, making it all the way here. Jinbei, I haven't seen Jinbei in a minute. Jinbei says, wah, you can tell. And then you go to Sanji. Sanji's looking around. He says, something's off. Where's Gerd, Sean? He's looking for Gerd. The one with the, what does she have? She has some type of pet. I think it was like an owl type of pet or whatever. Anyways, we cut to Gerd. She says, they have bone fractures. Talking about the giants that Nami brought back from the tavern, or from the castle. And one of them looks like they've been stabbed. You really think a normal human could cause that kind of damage? And Gerd, yeah, they're in like some type of medical room. You see the giants in the background sleeping. They're all bandaged up and sleeping though. They got big ass snot bubbles. And now you see Gerd, dude. Road is big as fuck. Like, they're both giants, but Road is like towering Gerd's a giant too. But I'm gonna show you what this looks like. But he's like literally towering her. Like, look how big this nigga is compared to her. Like, he's like big as hell. Anyways, she says, what happened? Out with it. These guards are no joke. What are you up to? Road says, nothing. I was merely up there doing research so I can improve my block castle. The block castle that he trapped the Straw Hats in the first chapter of Elbaf. He says, but I found the front door all sliced up and the guards were. She's not falling for it. Gerd's not falling for it. She said, are you hot? You're sweating bullets. He goes, Rose says, because you keep staring at me. She says, I'm gonna question the guards. He says, no, they need rest. She says, well, I'm gonna tell Elder Jarul. Rhodes says, but they'll ruin the party for him. You can't do that. You can't do that till you get all the facts. Sorry. He said you can't do that until you get all the facts straight. Nobody likes a party pooper. Guards looking at him like, what? Now, Rhodes thinking in his head, he said, if this Loki business gets out from before Loki, he says, if this Loki business gets out before Luffy Tesu, for some reason, every like other village, they have a weird like name, like they call them their name or like a version of their name. Tesu is his thing. He says, if this Loki business gets out before Luffy Tesu and the others return, I'll be labeled a co-conspirator. He says, hopefully Loki just takes off. Oh my god, hold up. Ads. He said, hopefully Loki just takes off once he's free. He can raise hell overseas for all I care. And then you see Gerd in the background, but he's still talking. Rhodes says, the only thing that worries me is that red-haired look-alike. You see Gerd in the background with a giant fucking axe about to swing on his head. And then she smacks him. You see his face all, he has a big bump on his head. He's bleeding and his teeth's all fucked up. She says, "Spill it. You know something, don't you?" Gerd is him like all in pain and stuff because she smacked the fuck out of him. Now we cut down to the bottom. Okay, it says, sorry, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. It says Realm of the Dead, so where Loki is at. It's snowing and stuff, you know. Hey, Luffy. This isn't the scene I picture from your description. He wasn't like this when I saw him. The animals have been attacked too. Hang in there, guys. And then you see a giant picture of Loki. Luffy says, Loki. Zoro says, what happened? Who did this? Or it could be Luffy saying that. I think it's Luffy because he's most concerned about him. He says, Loki, what happened? Who did this? Zoro says, he's big. He's big even for a giant. He is big as fuck. He's big. Even for a giant, he's big. He says he's big even for a giant. Zoro says, Luffy says, Loki, say something. And you see he's all knocked out because he got in a fight with Shamrock and Gunku earlier. He says, he's breathing. So he's breathing, so they don't know if he's alive or not. Zoro says, don't give him the key yet, Luffy. This changes things. It's not like he can go on a rampage with those wounds. Come on, Zoro. It says, come on, Zoro, lend me a hand. And then Zoro says, those chains must be made of sea stone. Okay. That's why, okay. So Luffy stepped on his sea stone, like his, handcuff. And like he's getting weaker. That's why he's like, he didn't finish his sentence. He said, come on, Zoro, lend me a hand. Like he's like losing powers. And Zoro says, those chains must be made of sea stone. God, this fucking ad. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. God damn it, ad. God damn it, get out of here. Okay. What could have taken out all those big beasts? Luffy says. Zoro says, hold on, Luffy. Let's wait a bit. And now they're fighting. They're arguing. Luffy says, this giant's about to die. We gotta help him. We don't owe, and then Zoro says, we don't owe him a thing. I haven't spoken to him, but we shouldn't take his bad reputation lightly. This guy is as big as Oars, which Oars was the biggest, I think the biggest giant we've seen. And he fought them on Thriller Bark. And he's as big as Oars. Yeah, he's big as fuck. So he's like one of the biggest giants. Okay. I had a feeling he was big as hell, but I didn't expect him to be as big as Oars, which is really cool. He's really big. Zoro says if we let him run loose, it may not end pretty, even for a country like Elbaf. Just wait. So Luffy says, he's looking at him like, Zoro walks up to him and kicks him in the stomach. Luffy looks surprised. He says, whoa, what the heck, Zoro? And then you see Loki winces over in pain. He goes, like he's screaming. He's in pain because he kicked him. Zoro says, seems these bloody wounds are definitely the real deal. So he's not faking. He had to make sure he wasn't faking. Damn you, what the hell? He says. And then he passes out, flops over, he passes out. Zoro says, he's dead. Luffy said, he's dead. Zoro says, if he is dead, that was simply his faith. You can be a real jerk, Luffy says. So Zoro has the key. He says, fine, I'll go along with unlocking him, but let's leave some sea stone around one of his legs. We can talk it out more once he regains consciousness. Luffy says, all right then, let's go fetch Chopper to help him out because he has a bunch of wounds on him. He got fucking attacked and he's chained up. He said, let's go get Chopper. Zoro says, the library is way too far away. I'll bet we'll find a doctor partying back at the village though. And then Zoro says, oh, he's unlocking his handcuffs. He says, if they find out we freed Loki, they'll banish us, won't they? Luffy says, then we'll be banished. Well, we've got no choice. I'm gonna go call a doctor. Zoro says, we should stock. No, Luffy says, we should stock up on meat too, right? Zoro says, knowing you won't be at your best if you don't eat. Now Luffy is saying all of that. And then Zoro says, there's plenty of meat over here. He said, there's plenty of meat over here. He says, no way. Luffy says, no way. Don't even joke about something like that. Those guys are my buddies. I can't just go hunting in the mountain. I can just go hunting in the mountain later. Zoro says, meat's meat. He says, meat's meat, isn't it? Luffy's mad. He says, anyone who becomes my friend is off the menu. Zoro says, all right, my bad. Because you see all the animals, they beat up all the animals. And then Luffy's run away. He says, let's find a doctor first. Zoro says, and then Luffy looks at the air. He goes, huh? And then he says, please don't do it. Luffy's looking at the air all confused. You see, oh shit. You see a bunch of the giants. You see Road, Gerd, Hachiran, and two other guys. I forgot their name, but they're part of the crew. They're all coming down on this boat. Looks like they're flying down on a boat coming down. Hachiran says, I told you, island clouds can't sustain themselves in the realm of the dead. I thought we could use their last bit of buoyancy before they disappear. Inside, Sanji's on the boat too. It's funny, I didn't notice, but you see him in the back. He says, I'll save you, Gerd-chan. You see him like with hearts around him saying, I'll save you. Typical Sanji shit. That's funny, I didn't notice that. But all the rest of the giants, they say, we couldn't waste time getting a lift. This is an emergency. If Loki escapes, all hell will break loose. Here, I'll show you the picture of them all falling. They're falling from the sky on a boat. My sister's texting me. I don't give a fuck. That's funny seeing Sanji in the background. Still all about the ladies. Dog. I'll save you, Gerd. What a simple. Okay, and they are falling. He says, it's all over. We're all gonna die. Hachiran, he says, sorry guys, I made the wrong call. So they literally are about to die. One of them says, I don't blame you. You were thinking about the safety of Elbaf. And then Road says, what a life, as he's crying. And you see Luffy, oh my god, he says, Gum Gum Balloon. And this is probably the biggest I've seen him do a Gum Gum Balloon, where he like puffs his whole body up into a balloon. And he stops the boat from crashing completely on the ground. And you see all the other giants, they're all falling out of the boat because they felt they're falling from the ground. Hachiran, he says, Straw Hat. He's Luffy smiling. He says, hee. And you see him. He bounces the boat like further in the air. Goes huff, huff, huff. They all fall out. But they're all fucked up. Like they got bumps on their heads and like teeth missing. They say, thank you. Even walking away from that hurts. Even walking away from that hurt is a miracle. If it wasn't for you, we'd be dead for sure. They would have died if Luffy didn't stop their fall. That's kind of crazy. I mean, there are giants, but falling from like literally, like what is it, the middle? They have like heaven, the middle, and then like the bottom is trust Loki. He's a cunning, ruthless trickster, black-hearted, and beyond redemption. Damn. Loki's reputation is really bad. It's really, really bad. Which, understandable, they gotta make him look like a villain. Since we were kids, even when he did or say something nice, it was all a lie. He's a friend who betrays others without a second thought. He's a fiend. He's a fiend who that's funny. I know. He's a fiend who betrays others without a second thought. Loki's a threat to the entire world. And do you see Luffy's doing his like, I'm not up to anything face his which is really funny. I haven't seen that in a while. Zoro says, I'm afraid you're already too late. And you see the chain start to unloosen. Jiren goes, huh? He's looking back. And you see Loki. Standing up. He's standing up. Holy shit. And he is big as fuck, as big as Oryx, if they say. So he's big as fuck. He's literally standing up. All cuts all over him, like bloody as fuck. But he's standing up. All the other giants are surprised to go. They're yelling, Loki! Oh no. And then Luffy says, what? I could have sworn he was out cold. He grabs, looks like a sword or some type of weapon. Jiren says, stop it! Loki! Put Ranger down. As he grins, you see him, like his face is all bloody, but he gives a smile as he's picking up a weapon. And then the cursed prince rises. That's the end of the chapter. And that was it. The accursed prince rises, and he did. He got shackled out, but he still has one leg. He has one leg, has one of the sea spectrum stones. So I'm guessing now that he's somewhat a little bit free, he's hella strong, of course, but with the shackles on, I'm sure, whatever devil fruit power he has, it's not going to be effective. Like, when people get touched with sea prism stone. So, goddamn, there was a lot going on in this chapter. A literal lot, like a whole lot. So they finally freed Loki. They finally freed him. Semi-freed him. He's still got his foot shackled, but he's smiling. He's grabbing his weapon. And, that's it, man. I can't wait to see what the next chapter is about. Definitely, there's got to be some type of fight. There's got to be some misunderstanding. Jiren's going to be like, no, put him back or whatever. And then they're going to fight each other. Something's going to happen. And, yeah, man, this chapter is really good, really good. We finally get to see Loki freed. We got to see his smile, his like creepy looking smile, all bloody and stuff. I thought that was cool. It looked really good. But that was it, guys. That was it. One Piece chapter 1100. Was it? What was it? Chapter? Oh yeah, One Piece chapter 1141, titled "Older Women." Because Jirul likes older women. I think the funniest part is Usopp and Brook getting drunk, and Usopp slapping the sword on his head, like stuck in his head, and everybody getting upset, like, "Hey, yo, calm down." I thought that was really funny. And then all the facial expressions, Luffy, all his facial expressions is really funny. So that was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter review of One Piece, man. It's been your boy MTP ASMR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend, family, anyone you think who might enjoy these videos, man. I will very, very, very much appreciate it, man. But that's it. That's that, man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow in a brand new positive video, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Peace, peace.